Hey everybody, Jeff here, Aromatics, back with another Pipe and Ponder video where I talk about something that's on my mind, things I've been thinking about, or even just rant about something. Share it with you guys, because most of my viewers out there I know are intellectual, and we like these kind of videos. Well, some of us do from time to time, and I like to do the videos. Today the topic we'll be talking about is, well, the title that I think I have for it is They Will Not Be Ignored. And this is about a type of people that I seem to deal with from time to time, whether it be a family member or a coworker or, just someone that you have to deal with, however. And these are the types of people, and I don't know if they would necessarily be categorized in the narcissist category, although they may, but they're pretty close to those types of people if they aren't one of the narcissist types. And these are the people I would consider or call, people that they just will not be ignored. They will not be denied. They have to be the center of attention. They have to be always present with the people that they're around. They can't just be on their own or just be, in the background. They have to be, the center of attention, right? And I'm just going to talk about 4 different traits that these people have, 4 techniques that they use to get this attention, and that I personally have kind of figured out, and how I kind of deal with it. And I'm just curious to see how you out there, if you agree that that there's this type of personality, and how you guys would deal with this, right? So anyway, housekeeping. I am smoking my MT pipe, and in it I have 4 Noggins Weybridge, which is a Virginia Burley Perique. So pretty good blend. I'm going to review it eventually. Very sharp, very, very strong tobacco. So okay, let me have a sip of my coffee here and light my pipe, and we'll get into it. Okay, so the 4 traits of the 4 traits that these people seem to have that I've figured out, 4 techniques they use to always be the center of attention, is the first one is they're charismatic. They're just naturally charismatic. They're fun to be around, and they're good at what they do. So that's their main form of getting attention. That's the best way I would think that they, if all things are going good, that's how they'll be the center of attention and to not be ignored. The second one would be, if that technique's not working for them, would be to complain or to degrade somebody, or to, they're just like, to be critical, a very critical person, so that, that's the way of them getting attention. They're just always there. This is wrong, this could be better, you could be doing this better. Why do you do this? Just complaining. And then the third and fourth are kind of tied in together. And that would be, the third one would be sick. So if those two don't, because eventually, you can't always be the center, always be good at what you do and always be charismatic in every situation, because some people just don't want to be, if you're around people that are, more laid back or more want to be in the background, those 2 things, don't always work to get attention. Complaining, some people don't care about people complaining. They just, whatever, I don't really care about that. And they might not even care that these people are charismatic, because if you are a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a withdrawn type of person, you don't need to be around people. You can be away from charismatic people, and you're not drawn towards them. So these types of people have to do something a little more dramatic. And that third one would be to be sick, or to be, something wrong with that person, where, they're like, you have to pay attention to me because I don't feel good, or, this is wrong in my life, or, something tragic, with these people, where that's their third way of getting this attention, and to not be ignored. And then the fourth one that would be kind of the same as that, and that this is kind of the last resort if those first 3 don't work, is mopey, where they just they act withdrawn, they're mopey, they try to, you know, ignore you, but at the same time you can tell they're still trying not to be ignored. You know, some people, they'll just disappear and you can't find them. They really want to be ignored. They really want to be on their own. Well, this type of person, they're kind of doing that in a way of look at me type of type of trick. So those last two are being sick and you know, something, you know, some kind of tragedy, and being mopey are the last two. So no, most of us, all of us will have some of these traits. You know, some of us do feel mopey, are mopey, or we'll use that for attention, or sick, or being charismatic. But we're not usually, like, most people aren't all four of these, and they're not, and you know, they don't need attention all the time. You know, sure, like people like attention, but all the time, this person just seems, you know, this is a specific type of person. So have any of you dealt with these type of people, and what do you do to, you know, I'll explain what I usually do, and I'll explain what I think is probably the best thing to do in this circumstance. And it's probably the same way you would want to treat a narcissist. Although I always fall into this trap, and this is what I usually try to do. I am the type of person that I find these people a challenge. I don't, like, to me, you know, they don't annoy me, at least not right away, until I get frustrated, you know. But usually my ENTP personality wants to try to, like, okay, if they're charismatic, that's the best stage, because they're fun to be around, they're not annoying, that's a good thing. But the complaining stage, I would try to fix, you know, whatever they're complaining about. I'll try to give them solutions, but that'll never work. But I always feel like I can fix it. It always feels like, you know, there's a way to help them stop complaining, but it never does work. When they're sick, you can try to be, up to a point, you can try to be, or even if they're mopey, you can try to be empathetic towards those people. But eventually you get tired of it, because it's just not enough. You can never be empathetic enough. And when you are empathetic, they'll go back to the complaining stage, where now all of a sudden, like, these people demand more attention than you can give. It's an unnatural amount of attention, and it drains the energies of the people around them. You know, at least it does me. So anyway, that's what I would try to do, is try to fix it. But ultimately it ends up in frustration. And I think ultimately what I would do, and what you have to try to do, is to just try to get away from these people as best as possible. It's pretty hard. But anyway, that's just my thoughts for the day. So does this sound familiar to any of you people out there? And what do you do to deal with this kind of a situation? So that's pretty much my rant and my talk for today. What are you guys smoking? Let me know in the bucket below, and let me know as well what you think of this. So hope you guys enjoyed my little pipe and ponder, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Till then, Aromatics, signing out.